Hello, my water signs. It's Rhiannon, and I have your full moon lunar eclipse in Leo reading here for our water signs. So I'm a little bit thrown back by this reading still. I've been doing just fine. I've already gone through all the fire signs and the earth signs, and I was just pulling one tarot and one oracle card, and I got to the water, and it was super intense right off the bat. Each of the water signs got a major arcana card right off the bat. And then when I got to Cancer, because we've got Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, when I got to Pisces, you guys refused to give me an oracle card, and so I asked if I should pull another tarot, and I got a yes. I pulled another tarot and got another major arcana for Cancer. So I still wanted a little bit more clarity, and then finally I ended up getting your oracle. And just me being me, I kind of just like, I don't know, I like to be fair, even though I'm not a Libra, but I just like balance. So then I ended up going back through and giving you guys all three. So far, water signs are the only ones that are getting this much of a message. Interesting, because the eclipse is in Leo, so you would think that it would be affecting, of course, Leo the most, or the fire signs, and you guys have the most intense energy so far, you water signs. So hang on to yourselves. It's going to be kind of a powerful energy here this next week. So let's just get into it. First of all, I'm sure you already know, but this Sunday, the 20th slash the 21st, is a full moon and lunar eclipse in Leo. So the full moon is actually on the 21st here in Northern America, starting at 12:16 a.m. Central Standard Time. But the eclipse will start on the 20th, Sunday the 20th, and will start at 9:33 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be full at 10:41 p.m. Central Standard Time, and fully eclipsed at 11:12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you guys should make sure to go see it, do a ritual, write things down that no longer serve you and get rid of those energies. And that's what we're going to get into today for the reading. Also, I am super sorry. I cannot find my tripod anywhere, so I apologize for this bumpy and maybe not the best quality video, but we're going to work with what we're working with today, because no more excuses for me in 2019. It was my goal to start getting you guys these readings, and that's what I'm going to do, even if I can't find the exact tools I want. So, without further ado, let's get right into Pisces. Pisces. So your tarot card, and sorry, also the tarot deck I'm using today is the Spirit of the Tarot, which is a Kabbalah deck. And then we've got the Psychic Tarot as my Oracle deck. So Pisces, you've got the Devil here. So that was the first card that came out for everybody. I pulled Tarot first. Like I said, everybody got a major arcana. Pisces, you've got the Devil. When I pulled your first Oracle card, which is Recognition and Reward, it's kind of telling me that the devil represents addictions, and it would seem, Pisces, that you're a little bit addicted to recognition and reward. And basically, when you're doing things, you're not doing them for the highest good. You're doing them for the reward and the recognition. And as we all know, that's not why we should be doing anything. And then when I pulled further clarity, you've got the Sacrifice, which is kind of a martyr energy. You're not here to sacrifice yourself as a martyr to do these things that you're supposed to do with your emotional, watery energy to be recognized. You're doing them because that's who you are and that's what your gifts are. And honestly, I feel like if you let go of this attachment to this recognition, that's actually when the recognition is going to come in. That's actually when you're going to have to stop sacrificing. That's actually when you're going to be exalted. Okay, so just release these chains and release this addiction to this recognition. If you're doing something, do it because it makes you feel good. Do it because the recognition comes from yourself, and knowing that the recognition comes from the universe and comes from God. Don't do it for this recognition. Do you know what I mean? No. So that's what Spirit wanted you guys to know. Again, this is kind of some harsh medicine. It's not going to resonate with everybody. This is a general reading, but I feel like it's something we could all learn from. So, I don't have any Pisces in my chart that I'm aware of. Again, you guys, I'm not an astrologer. I'm more of a reader. I just use my, little bit of astrology knowledge to bring forth. This is more just a message of universal, your universal message here, okay? Let go of those chains to being recognized, quit being a martyr, and do the things that you love because you love them, and you will be happier, okay? So ask to be released from those during this full moon eclipse this Sunday, okay? That brings us next to Cancer. So Cancer, for you guys, the first card that came up was the Hierophant. And like I said a moment ago, you guys just refused to give me an oracle card. So I pulled another tarot card and got another major arcana, which is the Emperor. And then only after that, I was able to receive your oracle card. Interesting to me is that the oracle card we got was the Authority card. It's upside down. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it. Essentially, the Authority card is the Emperor. It's this Aries, masculine, boss energy that surrounds you. So this is you, Cancer, here in the middle, the Hierophant. And here you are, you know, kind of surrounded by this authority, but one was upside down. Remember, this one was upside down. So it's like you're confused between being the leader or being led. So right now, Cancer, this message is here to tell you to make a decision to come into your power. You're both the teacher and the student, but you kind of keep getting confused and thinking that you have to choose one or the other. This energy being that you feel like you can only be the student, and this energy here is making you feel that you can only be the teacher, and that's not true. The Hierophant is here to be both the teacher and the student. We're never done learning. Anybody who thinks they're done learning and that they've learned everything that they came here to learn is wrong. We all know that. So it's time for you to come into your, you know, this also is a spiritual energy, so we're talking spiritual, higher spiritual wise here, okay? It, I guess, could also be indicative of struggling with authority and power in your life in general. So, you know, you're surrounded by this conflict of authority here, and basically, Cancer, it's up to you to step in to your power, but do it in a place or a way that's very balanced. You know, you don't have to rule with an iron fist. You don't have to go all the way Aries. Keep your watery, emotional intelligence about you, but don't let yourself be controlled anymore. Don't let yourself think that you have to control others to be a leader, okay? So that's our Cancer cards. And then now, finally, we're going to get into Scorpio. Seems like all of you water signs also kind of have some tough medicine here. So that's pretty interesting. So because we've got here with Scorpio, the first card, your major arcana, was the Hangman, which is, you know, not a horrible card. But when we look at the oracle messages, we've got suffering and silence here. Again, it's upside down position, so it tells us it's definitely not as it appears to be. This tells me that Scorpio, kind of similar to the martyr energy here, you know, you have just kind of been hanging around, hanging out, and suffering in silence and being this victim energy. It's very victim-like. And, you know, I know Scorpios can be secretive and they don't like to share too much, but you've stayed long enough in this. You've been suffering in silence, just hanging and lingering in it. And it's just so heavy and so icky, you know. It's time to let it go. Push it aside. Come forward. And if you look at the color here, we've got blue. Come forward. Use your throat chakra energy. Speak your truth. If you've been suffering in silence, speak your truth. Find a way to write it. Get in touch with whoever it is that you need to get in touch with and let them know how you're feeling so you can finally let this go and move out of it and get unstuck from this hanged man energy. And Scorpio, the way you can do that is to bring some more earth energy into your vibration, okay? So grounding, I know where I live right now, it's winter, so it's kind of hard to get outside, but the essential oil I'm using today is Balance. This is a great grounding blend. In fact, it even says grounding. This is a doTERRA oil, so that's something you can use. Burning sage. Just, you've got to get grounded and get yourself out of this icky, stuck victim mentality and energy, okay? You're too strong. You're too powerful to be stuck here in this shit, Scorpio, okay? So bring in earth, call on Mother Gaia, do some meditations, get yourself grounded, and write down this suffering at the full moon and burn it and get rid of it and let it go so that you are not carrying this into 2019, okay? So, gosh, you guys, sorry, I didn't want to have to be so rough on you water signs. I wasn't anticipating that at all, but it is what it is. So, I feel like as long as you guys can really, you know, let this go during the full moon, you're really going to set yourself up for a much better 2019. So finally, even though this message has gone longer than I wanted it to, I wanted to just share with you guys a mantra that you're happy to use or free to use. This is a candle that I bought from Sage Goddess back at the Great American Eclipse in Leo back in August of 2017. And I just kind of burn it a little bit at each eclipse, but the message is really powerful, so I just want to share it with you guys. I keep reading it incorrectly because it's so small to read, but it says, when the sun or the moon is hidden from view, much that is hidden from you is revealed. At this time, ground and center. Stay focused. Be aware and present to what you sense. Ask for guidance and clarity at this eclipse, allowing the dark energies to move what must move, leave what must stay, and show what must be seen. And so it is. And that's a really powerful mantra, and I've used it at every eclipse since. And so, you know, it goes perfectly with the messages that we've got here. So I hope that this, you know, I'd like to put a little spoonful of sugar on this, but sometimes we need the hard truth to be able to unstuck ourselves, you know. So leave me any comments that you have below. Please give me a thumbs up if this was helpful. Please feel free to share it and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.